Hi, Elliot. Welcome everyone to the official, unofficial BikeBiz Industry Insight / mini BikeBiz podcast. I'm here today with Elliot, CEO, Managing Director, man of many hats at Stash, up in the factory just to have a chat and ahead of core and ahead of some new exciting things that you've got coming out. So we're here in the factory where things that actually get made and everything comes from the UK. So when you talk, if we're thinking about our audience, predominantly retailers, workshop, commercial aspects, when you talk to a workshop manager, so a prime example would be at core, and they come up to you, tripping over bikes, they're trying to figure out their systems and improving their workflows and all of that kind of thing. So how do you prove that your system isn't just a fancy hook? What are the key benefits, from a workshop guy, and I'm asking you right now.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things we've all been there, haven't we? We've got too many bikes, not got enough space, and although I solved a problem for myself at home, there's a big use for in the commercial environments as well, because we're all solving the same problems of bikes. Primarily it's saving space, it's improving the access. Overall, we're going to save you cost. The product over time will earn its money back by putting more bikes into that space. It will improve your health and safety, make things easier, make it better for your staff, make it safer for your staff. One of the key points for me is reducing damage on bikes as well. So although we're storing bikes tight together and saving space, actually with our like launch pad products and pedal wrap products as well, we can reduce damage to make sure that customer bikes aren't getting any knocks or bangs during the time with you, because you all know the last thing you want to do is replace a swing arm or something like that because of a pedal scratch or something. The product's solid. It's absolutely built for commercial use. We've actually upped the warranty to 5 years now. We started with 2 years, we've moved it to 5 years because we're really confident in how strong it is, how robust it is. We've got tens of thousands of these products out worldwide, and actually we've still got the 0% warranty rate, which is really, I'm super proud of it. As an engineer, as a manufacturing business, making products in Wales, we're putting these out worldwide and we've still got 0% warranty. We don't actually have a warranty department at the minute. So it's knowing that for that workshop, you're making an investment for 10 years, 20 years. This isn't something you're just going to invest in, it's going to burn out in a year. We know that you're going to be using it for years to come, and you're going to get really good value long term from it. The reality is, it's an upfront investment, but when you actually look at the cost of it, our lower cost systems, our sealing systems, is from about £40 per bike with our trade discounts. And the other beauty of it is that actually over time you can use this to then move to retail with us as well. So yes, we're saving you time, money, and issues in your workshop, but it's a great staging for retail as well. So for me, you put these systems up, customers see it, and they go, "Wow, that's really neat. That's really good." It starts applying to people for their home use. We all know that every bike shop's got a list of customers that have too many bikes as well. For me, it's just really nice to then see that natural flow from a product being used in store and then actually going and being sold as well. So I think overall, it's a bit of a journey to get the overall value, but overall it's a great investment for a workshop.
Yeah. So you've probably had, people that run workshops, mechanics say, well, I can get a hook, 5 hooks for 20 quid. So what's the value in having one of your systems? What's the one thing you kind of show them that potentially changes their mind?
Yeah, it's always tricky. The things are. Our systems cost something to install. I come from a bike shop background, so I've worked in a bike shop. I've spent many hours moving bikes out of workshops, putting them back in the evening. I know firsthand the time, the cost, the effort that goes into it. But I think that the bit that really when you're demonstrating it, especially somewhere like Core Bike or some of the other trade shows we do around the world, when you hang that bike up onto the hook, the auto-locking mechanism releases, and then the bike can just slide and glide beautifully along. It's smooth, it's controlled, so we actually can control that friction in the product, so it doesn't move too quickly or run into other bikes. And then when you start spinning it and moving it and it's effortless, I think that's the moment people get it and go, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Because it's without that visual and that movement and seeing the dynamic nature of the product, it just looks like a hook. And yeah, we can all screw a hook to the ceiling and keep doing what we've done for the last 100 odd years. But this is about improving your business, improving the through flow of workshops, putting more bikes in, giving you more rental bikes. It's a simple business case when you break it down. As I say, you add that to a 0% warranty rate, 5-year commercial warranty. Normally once people see it in the flesh, it's a pretty easy win. When you're at Core Bike, you come and pick it up, you'll feel the weight of the product and the robustness of it. Realise we make these products here, and then it's an easy sell then.
Going off script slightly, but
Yeah,
everything is made here, right where we are now, and you kind of get everything sourced from the UK as well. So you're really kind of narrowing in on the Welsh and the British manufacturing.
Yes.
That was really a question. That was more of a statement.
Yeah, well, you're sitting above our factory right now. Yeah. There are space rails being manufactured right underneath your feet.
And I have seen firsthand today the kind of scrutiny and the quality control that you go through in terms of what you'll let go out and versus, and it's really nice to see that there's no waste as well. So if that wasn't up to scratch, what you deem perfect, it obviously goes to seconds, and then that. So it's really nice to see that everything is kind of structured. So back on to point. In a busy workshop, time is literally money. You've probably heard that time and time again. So how does using your systems versus other methods change the workflow for a mechanic or someone working with a higher fleet or staff that needs to grab a bike from the middle of a row of 20?
Yeah, so it's simple. It's I've always said, like, we always solve problems for people, but those solutions have got to be simple and robust and easy to use. You simply you hang your bikes up on it, you'll slide them all together, they'll be as compact as they're ever going to be. So between the bikes, they go down to about 150mm centre lines. So that means that they're literally as tight as you're ever going to get bikes together, but they're still accessible. So you'll select the bike you want to get to. You'll slide all the bikes out before that, push them out the way, lift the bike off you want, and then slide those other bikes back. And it's a really simple process. You're not having to lift bikes out from corners. You're not having to shuffle bikes around. We know these days e-bikes are predominantly what's going through workshops. You can hang e-bike up to 30 kilos, 65 pounds on our systems. They'll glide effortlessly. You're not having to lift stuff, put your back out, cause health and safety issues. So it's actually a really simple, easy method of accessing bikes while saving your space as well. We've done some really big systems. There's some really interesting places we've fitted these to. The biggest one we've ever fitted is 180 bikes in one go, which is really impressive to see it actually functioning in a commercial environment.
Yeah, I bet that is quite a thing to witness.
Yeah.
So you said yourself you've worked in bike shops, and you essentially started the company because you saw the problems and you solved them for the people. But one thing you kind of said earlier in conversation was you don't kind of just make something for the sake of because you think people need it. There's a lot of the things that you've developed have come from people's feedback. So kind of talk us through feedback that you might have got from shops that you thought, actually, no, yeah, we can implement that and work with.
Yeah, we at the heart of the business is innovation. So I'm an R&D engineer. I've been developing products for 15 years that solve problems and actually save lives for people. I did a lot of work with like climbing equipment, high safety equipment. So I know the importance of developing products that work and work for a long time. But primarily they've got to solve problems for people. We've over time, I think, developed really good working relationships with some really key commercial businesses, and that's from bike shops to bike brands to hotels, cafes, and we start to see the problems that they're facing day to day. One of actually the key ones that has derived an actual product out of it is we installed a lot of systems into the back of house in Sigma Sports. So their main store in London stores about, I think it's between 60 or 70 bikes on our system at the minute. They were putting bits of foam over every single customer bike and PDI bike that was sat in the workshop, because they were just pushing them up against each other and having to put foam on to stop any damage. So we actually developed our Launchpad product directly with them from their feedback and going, right, we can solve this issue for you, we can reduce the time and effort to protect the bikes, make a professional solution. So that's actually, it's been a really popular product, not just for commercial, but for home use as well. But that's come from a genuine problem that we've seen within a commercial workshop.
Yeah. So kind of following on from that, really, the industry has shifted, I should say, a lot since you guys launched in 2021. For retailers or anyone in the commercial space watching this, what's the stash way of doing things? How do you do business with the trade? How does that usually work? If I'm a bike shop or I've got a hire fleet, is there a scheme or anything that you offer?
Yeah. I mean, we offer trade discount, and then we look at retail offerings as well. So if you want to retail the products, I mean, fundamentally, there's really good reasons to work with us. We've got good margins on the products. They are UK made, obviously come with our warranties. We've built a good, strong brand that's only going to get stronger over time. You've possibly seen us on Dragon's Den, which certainly raised our profile a fair bit last year. Fundamentally, we've got a really unique offering that you can't get anywhere else. So there's no other product on the market like it. We've got a category of products that actually people is untapped. So yes, lots of bike shops sell bikes, but this is an offering that everyone who buys a bike needs to store their bike somewhere as well. So we believe there's a really big potential for retail. I mean, I'm very much an attention to detail person. I'm an engineer, as I've said. You've walked around the factory, you've seen the detail that goes on. We make sure our support for retailers, distributors is the same as what we do for D2C customers as well. So we've got a really good technical support team in place. We're obviously dispatching from the UK, so everything arrives next day. We put a lot of attention to detail into absolutely everything we do. So it's just about giving great support, making sure that everyone's got everything they need to fully sell through the product. There's always a big pipeline of products coming as well. So we've always got that innovation coming. I'm really excited to see some of the new products that are coming out soon. So I think it's once you get into the brand and you feel the quality of it, you try the products, it's a natural product that you'll want to retail.
Yeah, so moving on to new products, we've seen Space Rail in homes, but with rack mounts and the new Lodestar, which is behind me, is suitable for industrial commercial setups. Are you working with anyone in the B2B space at the moment, or that people might not expect, especially with the new Lodestar? Is there anyone?
Yeah, I mean, we've Lodestar's launching soon, and that is a universal storage system for all your kit around bikes, but also very applicable to other hobbies such as running and hiking, snow sports, winter sports, water sports, all those other things that we all do other than just being a cyclist. But yeah, we've had some great support, I would say, within the industry. Certainly we've only been going 4 years, but actually seeing our products in some of the top brands, certainly using within their marketing spaces or demo fleets or shops has been it's a really proud moment for me, but it's this reassurance that if these brands are using it, every shop has got a good reason to use it as well. We've seen brands such as Trek, Orbea, Mal, YT Industries, Afton Bikes, Sigma Sports, just to name a few. But the reality is that there's hundreds of bike shops around the world using our products. There's rental stores. We get some really bizarre ones as well. Like, we went through a phase of police stations.
Okay.
So police stations have store bikes, so we see them a lot in there. We've done some super yachts with our systems. Wow. Which again, it's a totally random one that just pops in and you're like, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you know, yachts that are worth millions and millions of pounds, but they've all got bikes on. It's still the same problem. But yeah, any commercial environment has used our product. Outdoor centres, hotels, cafes, youth hostels, and now we even start to see them being used in the backs of vehicles as well. We're just about to kit out a big fleet of vans that will transport bikes to events. So yeah, there's so many possibilities with it.
By the time this comes out, this would have been launched. So how do you see the Lodestar system working well in a retail space, apart from, you know, it's different here, you can kind of configure it to however you want, but I definitely do see the benefit of having something like this for changing displays and things. Yeah,
again, so always when we're developing products, I've maybe not fully thought through all of the uses. So when I developed Space Rail, I saw it from my problems at home, but then I never necessarily thought through commercial use. It's been a natural progression to it, so I think we'll find lots of ways that this will get used. But yeah, it's an adaptable retail system. You can move stuff around, you can put different products on, it will adapt between activities. You know, if you're a triathlon shop or something like that, you can move between the different activities. Obviously it's perfect for your workshops, getting clarity of tool storage. We all know most workshops have got too many wheels in them. It's a constant problem, so actual dedicated wheel storage systems. Yeah, I see it front of house and back of house. It's got that utilitarian use, as in you can use it for your workshops and it's a robust daily tool, but also it's got an aesthetic that you can put into the nicest bike shop and it will fit right in front of house, because we try to make it a beautiful product as well.
So going back, final question, to working with bike shops, and you said you get feedback from people. So is there anything a specific feature in the range or any of your products that exists solely because someone came to you and said, Elliot, this is driving us crazy, what can we do? Can you help us fix it?
Yeah, I mean the Sigma Sports is a great example of that. Launch pads were brought in to stop them having to put foam onto their bikes. I think we save them about 5 minutes per bike every day. It's very easy to add up the cost of that. Central London location, really simple to do cost benefit analysis on it and sign it off as a purchase. But we've seen quite a few instances of this. So our rack mount systems, which fit to pallet racking, we know there was bike shops who needed storage. They were warehousing in their back of house. They already had perfectly usable racking. It's strong, it's robust, it's weight rated, it's relatively cheap to build a structure with. We're like, great, let's just put our systems onto it. It was actually came from when we were working with YT Industries down in their mill, down in near London. That was originally fitted out with racking, and we had them on bits of timber, and we actually looked at it and went, right, we can do a much more professional, simple system by developing something specifically for racking. So now, instead of having to ship, say, a big freestanding system to someone, they've already got racking. You can just drop our rack mags straight onto it and you've got an instant bike storage system that's weight rated, strong, robust and cheap overall.
Perfect. So if you're seeing this before call, obviously stop by and say hello to the staff guys and they can show you everything, show you the new system. If you're seeing it after and you're curious, On the website, you've got loads of great resources for people from the commercial space and lots of different bike shops, fleets, and all of that kind of thing. So definitely go and check that out. And I just want to say thank you very much for joining me today. There will be a little bit more of an interview, and then again, if you're watching this before the March issue comes out, it will be a bigger feature with Stash in there. But otherwise, go and check it out online now.